Hello friends and welcome to the stream. My name is Serge, Pilot Club 6, and this evening we are continuing our TPC Charters Airline spring event called the Spring Swing. We're going up and down the East Coast and the States in our trusty Kodiak 100. This morning we landed at Richmond. And so we're departing Richmond and going to Fayetteville, North Carolina. This trip is 183 miles with estimated time en route 1 hour 13 minutes. Got slight headwinds, and today also we're testing out a new app for Kodiak Performance that one of our TPC staff recommended to me earlier today. So before we proceed though, I wanted to remind you that today's flight is brought to you by the pilotclub.org for group flights, activities, flight school, VATSIM training, virtual airline, flight sim resources, and more. Check out the pilotclub.org. All right, hope you guys having a good Sunday. I'm very excited to fly the Kodiak again. We'll go in our cabin there and load things up. All right, we got myself, then we have my cat and my bag, and then we got 4 passengers today. All right. So 5850, let me look at the app here. We're gonna go here in trips. 4 packs. Cruising at 6,000 feet today. And Riley Durham is our alternate. We've got about 1,000 pounds of fuel, so that should be good. Take a look at this here. Yeah, matter of fact, we're already good to go. So we'll start tracking. All right, TKS. Okay, well, that is looking good. So now 5728, rotating at 60. That looks good. All right, so we'll go ahead and close that. Let's go ahead and close the doors. Yeah, I really like this new app for the Kodiak. It's called Kodiak Performance. And it's got, you create your trips and it gives you everything you need. It gives you weight and balance, departure, en route, destination, all the information that you need. So we'll go to departure. All right, so we'll be taking a look at that a little bit later. Meanwhile, go ahead and turn things on here. We don't need that yet. Okay, beacon, nav. Clear prop. Introduce fuel. Well, we got a hung start. All right, what happened here? Oh, I know what happened. We don't have fuel in there. What an idiot. All right, that's better. Turn on taxi lights. Go here. All right, so we'll go here. Let's get the weather for Richmond. Excuse me. It's under 29 and 904. All right, let's see, I'm going to set FLC at 105. We'll go 99. That's what the app tells us. So we'll do that. Heading, we are departing Richmond on runway 20. Punch in 6,000. Okay, let's go to transponder 5335 is our code. And let's see here. 20 is 203. That's good enough there. Let's see. One 211 is our frequency. Here and then 1215. All right. So we'll go here now, go to our flight plan. runway. Oh, nope. Okay, that's not what I wanted. Hang on. There we go. 20. And we're going to K. F. A. Y. All right, and there, let's see what we're landing. Looks like 2-2. And en route, we'll just type that in, HPW. And TYI. Alright, that looks good. Yeah, we got a bunch of rain on the way here. It's going to be interesting. But that's okay. Let's go ahead and close the door. And rotate at 60. We'll set that up here. Put that on like that. Richmond traffic, Kodiak Pilot Club 6, taxiing to runway 20 via Alpha, Richmond. Go ahead and do our flight controls check. Here we go, all the way down. It's gonna be a long taxi here. Yeah, we can go in Juliet here to Alpha. Now let's go ahead and do the stall warning test.
Stall.
Somebody's landing here, not on CTAF. All right, flaps 2. And let's set up the takeoff trim. And we'll stay on alpha. Take uniform 1. High idle. Richmond traffic, Kodiak Pilot Club 6, taking runway 20 for an IFR departure to the southwest. Richmond. Final looks clear.
Approaching runways 20 and 16. Entered runways 20 and 16.
Alright, rotating at 60. Aircraft below us. All right, and autopilot engaged and yaw dampers engaged. And we're going to T. Nope, we're going to HPW. Activate and nav. Flap 0. Alright, solid departure. Yep, and then we're going to be getting in the soup. Love me some night flying. After leveling off. All right, 2,000 for our economy cruise. It's JetBlue 1962 there. All right. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, we're going to be getting into the we're going to be getting into the all the rain over there. All right, en route. Just doing some calculations there. Average wind is 9 knots headwind. Alright, so right now showing runway 28. It's the best runway, but it's really 22. All right, 380s are minimums. Start setting up a little bit. BRAF is 65. Wow. Let's do 70. All right, that looks good. Excuse me. Select approach. Going 22 GPS. I believe it was 380. We're going to be going through some major cells here. Maybe we need to deviate. Could go to the right a little bit, although yeah, we need to go to the right. Alright, we'll take a look at that later. Alright, anyway, so landing 22. Alright, RNAV, GPS 22. Here's our airport landing 22, exiting right. If everything holds, this is our RNAV approach from Ujoro. Hey Steven, what's up, man? Welcome to the stream. And Ujoro would be 2300. Alright, so we're going to go through this mess a little bit. Tell you what, let me do this. Let me do menu. Auto. That's better, so it's not as bright. Steven says, I might come staff Fayetteville approach. That would be fantastic, man. I really appreciate it. Love having ATC. Alright, that looks good. Anyways, we'll switch to Unicom here. And we'll switch to... Oh, we'll stay in guard here in COM 2. Somebody's passing us over there. Let's see. JetBlue, another JetBlue. Yeah, he is like at 32,000 though. Put the iPad on charge here a little bit. Alright, Steven says I gotta get another hour for the quarter for my minimum hours in ZDC anyways. Alright, fantastic. Well, that'll be awesome. I'll put the iPad here. Not a lot to look at, guys. Oh, you know what we need to do? Taxi off. Landing lights off. Let me check something here. So we do have our SimBrief OFP. Let's see what SimBrief thinks. Landing weight 5,000. That's no way. Let me see. It's by 300 pounds off. Alright, we will see. En route, let's see what our fuel burn is. Fuel flow. $400. Yeah, that's pretty close. Let's see, what's the temperature outside? 8. Torque 1573. Yeah, we're definitely pushing it a little bit here. Hey, Wendy Nixon, thank you very much for subscribing. I appreciate it. And Cliche, flying out of my home airport, just finished up a 5-day trip, and this showed up on my recommended feed. Pretty cool. Awesome, awesome. Absolutely. All right, Richie, what's up? Welcome to the stream. And Steven says Fayetteville approach is now online. That is fantastic. Don't see it on the vPilot yet. So we got about 45 minutes until destination. So about 30 minutes. Steven will be there. Thanks so much. All right, let me go back here. I'm looking at our trip here. Still showing best runway 28. How's that? Oh, I know how. Hang on. $200 at 4. Yeah, I think the METAR is a little bit outdated here. Let's see, 200 at 4. Yeah, VRAF is 65. We'll put 70 as VRAF. All right, anyways, we're good. Everything's looking good here. Flying through some clouds and rain and all that mess. All right, so let me chat with the passengers a little bit. All right, Steven says, yeah, you probably won't see me until you are closer. ZDC has most Tracon set up not to be able to see very far outside their airspace. Copy that. Well, let me look up your frequency then and see what we got. Yeah, I see you on radar there. Frequency is 125.175. Yep, I got you in there. Very good. Yep, 204. Good visibility. Yep, so we'll get that. We'll pick up ATIS a little bit later. Going through all this mess here. All right, Rich says, sorry I'm late. Oh, no worries. Not at all. No problem. Yeah, you're right. I wouldn't see the approach that far, but got you on radar, Stephen. We're good to go. Coming in hot and heavy, man, with the 4-packs. All right, so let me do that. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I wanted to chat with the passengers a little bit, and I'll be right back. All right, we're back on deck. It's pitch black. I can't see anything. I feel like it's raining. Just can't see anything. I hear the rain. All right, let's go here. Let's take a look what we got here. All right, let's look at our chart. Missed approach, climb 2300, direct Zogi and hold. So runway heading. Who was that meowing on frequency? Alright, and here, let's look again. 222. Probably exiting Delta or Foxtrot. Intercepted 18, Juro 23. Yep, it's sitting in a pocket there. Hopefully it'll be okay. So 204 or 200 at 4, 10 mile visibility, so 3004 is the altimeter. Yep, approach I can see now, and we have ATIS. Let's see what ATIS tells us. Aircraft expect localizer back course or RNAV. Approach 22. I hope he doesn't give me the localizer back course. Let me look at that chart just in case. Localizer back course. Yeah, it's nasty. We're in the soup. Can't see the rain, but I hear it. I tell you what, let me see if I turn on our ice light. Oh yeah, there it is. Look at that rain. It is messy. All right, Steven says default ATIS said ILS 22. There is no ILS 22. Yeah, that's correct. Well, if you be so kind to give us RNAV 2.2, that would be ideal. I mean, we're it sets us up really good from Ujoro, just in case. I'd like to do some kind of vertical guidance there. You know, I don't know if it's raining over there or what the deal is, but it's raining hard here where we at, coming out of these cells. Yeah. Steven says information pilot club current. Yep. Let's see. Multiple approaches in effect. Landing and departing 2.2. 2.8 available upon request. Read back all runway assignments. Hold short instructions information. Papa. Alright, so we got information, papa. We'll see if Steven's kind to us and doesn't give us the back course localizer approach. Alright, got about 30 minutes to destination. Need to be coming out of this mess over here. I see a little bit of the ground there. That's all right. Maybe it will be 500. About 500 pounds of fuel remaining. We'll double check that. Yeah, it's crazy rain. And a bunch of headwind. Alright, and Steven says, my airspace is up to 10K, but I see you are at 6K, so no issue. I'm showing light to somewhat moderate precipitation on final. Okay, copy that. It's good to have your guardian angel ATC. That's something special, guys. Yeah, we'll be contacting Steven in about, I'd say 20 miles or so. Oh man, it's like pitch black. Can't see anything. What a mess. Alright, Rich says, just got my fiance to start watching your stream. Alright, well, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Alright, so now looks like we're going direct. Yep, going direct, so go heading mode, and then we'll do Activate approach. Just so that we have it there. Should be contacting Stephen in about a little over 10 miles or so. 15 miles. Alright, Ojoro should be above 2,300, below 6,000. Alright, let's go ahead and tune in to approach. Check the weather there, 3004. It's the altimeter. Alright, set. And we'll look at our fuel again. So we'll do, it'll be about 600 is what it's going to be. Alright, 66 is our VRAF now. So we'll leave it at 70. That looks good. Alright, and Steven says block fuel 1.1. That's like that my MD-11 burned on final earlier. Yeah, well, our block fuel is actually at 1.0, so 1,000 pounds for the whole trip. Yep. Yeah, of course we burn half of that as all the other required fuel to destinate or to alternate and reserves and all of that. All right, here we go. Let's call Steven. Fayetteville approach. Good evening. Kodiak Pilot Club 6. We're passing Jurley NDB at 6,000.
Pilot Club 6, Fayetteville approach. The Fayetteville altimeter 3004 Papa is current. Expect the RNAV runway 22 approach from the Juro.
All right, we got Papa on board. We'll expect RNAV 22 from Ujuro, Pilot Club 6.
Pilot Club 6, one day we'll proceed direct to Juro and send pilot discretion, maintain 3000.
Pilot discretion 3000 and direct to Juro, Pilot Club 6. All right, here we go. So we go direct, Ujuro, activate, and nav. So we'll make that turn. And we'll go ahead and go VS 400 for now. Perfect. Well, tell you what, I'm happy. Steven gave us the approach that we wanted, not the back course localizer. Like, what the heck is that? All right, still raining, but came out of the clouds. We see a little bit of the ground now, so that's good. Let's reduce power a little bit. We'll go to our checklists and nope, checklists, engine inlet normal, pitot heat. We don't need. Altimeter is set. CDI is set on GPS. Power is set. Seat belts will do. Inertia reels and loose items. We're good. And here's before landing checklist. Still can't see anything there. Cabin light. Slog the reels. Turn off cabin light, and we'll turn on landing lights. All right, Steven says you are GPS capable, so the runway 22 is the more precise approach. ATC will assign the most precise approach unless something prevents them from doing so. That's good to know. Thank you. Certainly more precise than back course localizer. No vertical guidance. I don't like that. Need some kind of vertical guidance there. I just love the instrument approaches. Even for visuals, I back myself up with a instrument approach. All right, we go here. We'll go menu. All right, we're at 5,000 now. Go 300. So you were talking about there was a setting to dim the G1000 a while back. Where's that button? Yeah, that was it. So you go to PFD, menu, and you got PFD display and MFD display. So you can toggle that manual or auto and change the percentages. So that's where that's at. All right, we're about 25 miles from destination. So let me look at the fuel one more time. 671, so yeah, it's probably going to be 600. And I believe that's what I had in the performance calculator. Yep, 600, so that's fine. Gave us 3,000, so that's great. That's going to put us in a good vertical profile there for that, well, I don't know, it's a 15-mile final or so. That's beautiful. And I see the field actually already right there. Perfect. Rain stopped. Oh. Yep. Very nice. I'd have it a lot lower than 75 when it's this dark out. Yeah, I understand. You know, I don't know, on stream it's a little darker anyways, and I had it on 50 for the flight, but now coming in, I mean, if you put it on auto, like auto is probably going to dim it a lot. Yeah, see, auto is going to do 30. And that to me is too dark. We can go 50. Let's go 65. All right, there we go. We'll go ahead and turn off next red. We don't need that anymore. Yep, there's the field. Somebody else coming in. Who's that? Pop 67.
Destination ATIS is 121.25.
And Steven says, for my stream, I gave the brightness or gamma a few points of a bump for what everybody sees. Yeah, I should do that also. Because I notice, like, when it's like this, I mean, what's on my screen is brighter than what you guys see on stream.
Pilot Club 6 miles from Majordo, liquid the RNAV runway 22 approach.
Cleared the RNAV 22 approach, Pilot Club 6. Alright, very good. So, go ahead and arm the glide path.
Class Charlie in 7.2 miles. Class Charlie in 6.2 miles.
Yep, that's going to put us on a 15-mile final. Very nice. Steven says I don't even need to say straight in since the chart shows no procedure turn. Yep. Worked out to be a nice straight in approach. 15-mile final, plenty of time to set things up. Keep my speed up a little bit. Steven says now technically you can descend to 23 because you are within 20 miles of the initial approach fix per the TAA thing on the chart. Yeah, well, I like you gave me 3. I mean, it was right between 2,300 and 6,000. That was perfect. Now I'm cleared anyways, so let me rearm the approach. Here we go. We see the diamond coming down. Be intercepting that. Hopefully the winds stay the right way.
And Pelican 6, the winds are 200 at 4. Runway 22, clear to land.
Runway 22, clear to land. Pilot Club 6. Alright, perfect. So we're about 10-mile final now. We'll start slowing down here. Looking for 138. Flaps 1. And flaps 2. Six-mile final now.
And Pelican 6, where are you going to be parking today?
We are going to be at Signature off of Echo, Pilot Club 6.
And Roger.
Alright, so we'll stay like this for a little bit. We got the glide path. Let me look at the chart again. And 2,300 is our missed approach altitude. That's already set. And we're gonna do our checklist: fuel, selector valves, firewall, fuel shutoff, fuel condition, max RPM, wing flaps will set, lights, and then we'll turn off damper and autopilot. There we go, 108 now. Full flaps. Want to be VRAF 70.
Final runway 22.
Yeah, we're looking good here, guys. Getting on VRAF. Beautiful. All right, we're a little low now. Let's adjust. Get back on the pappies. Nice. Exit on Delta. Manual braking. That was beautiful, guys. Really nice.
Pelican 6 taxi to parking via Alpha Echo. Have a good night.
Parking via Alpha Echo. Thanks, Stephen. Appreciate your help very much, man. Have a good night. Pilot Club 6. Alright, we're going to go Alpha. Alright, we can do normal idle. Strobe off. We'll keep the landing lights on, otherwise I can't see anything. And we'll go cabin light. Get rid of that. And there's Echo. There's the FBO.
And for Travis frequency, Fayetteville approaches closing in 5 minutes.
Okay, and we'll stop here. Alright guys, this was great. Let's look at our landing. Uh, 61, perfect. Pitch angle 4, a little bit of bank angle. But this was a great landing, and I'm sure what it didn't like. It didn't like something. I had a little bit of a bounce. Come on. No way. This one's showing 0 bounces. That's fine. Alright, so fuel cut off. Everything's turned off. Let me open the door, otherwise I wouldn't be able to see anything. That's so the passengers can exit. Perfect. All right. Avionics off and master off. All right, guys, that's it. We did it. Great flight. I really enjoyed it. So this is what we did here. If you want to take a look, you'll see our old tracks here when we went to Richmond. But anyways, we departed, left turn, en route, went through all the mess over there, all the rain, came in here. Stephen gave us RNAV 22, came in, very nice, slow, methodical, very good, came in, did a great landing. I don't know, OnAir thinks it's a little bit of a bounce there, but I don't know, it's still very smooth. Which again, this rate here says 105, and this rate here it says 61, so which one is it? I think it's 61. Well, anyways, we've complied with everything here is good. We'll okay that. And anyways, yeah, so that was our flight there. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. As always, I wanted to remind you that tonight's flight's been brought to you by thepilotclub.org for group flights, activities, flight school, VATSIM training, virtual airline, flight sim resources, and more. Check out thepilotclub.org. All right, well, we did a bunch of flying this weekend. Had a great time. We'll see you guys on the stream sometime during the week. See you.